Welcome to Coinstar, where we dive deep into the world of extraordinary coins that may be sitting quietly in your pocket but could be worth a fortune, and today, we're going to uncover the incredible and surprising story of the 2018 P. Roosevelt dime, a coin that has taken collectors and coin hunters by storm due to its unexpected value and intriguing errors, making it potentially worth over $1,000 despite its modest face value of just 10 cents. This isn't just a regular coin. This is a small piece of modern American numismatic history that proves how attention to detail and a bit of knowledge can turn everyday change into something truly valuable. So before you think of spending or ignoring that shiny little dime dated 2018 with a Philadelphia mint mark, let's journey into its origins, minting process, unusual errors, and the collector-driven demand that has made this one of the most fascinating Roosevelt dimes in recent years. The Roosevelt dime series began in 1946. Replacing the Mercury dime as a tribute to President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who had passed away in 1945 and was known for his strong support of the March of Dimes, a campaign that helped combat polio, a disease Roosevelt himself suffered from. This coin series quickly became a staple in American pockets and continues to this day, but not all Roosevelt dimes are created equal. The 2018 P. Roosevelt dime is a modern example that, due to specific mint errors and anomalies, has caught the attention of error coin collectors and dealers across the country. The P mint mark on this coin indicates it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the oldest mints in the United States, known for both its high production volume and, occasionally, for producing coins with curious defects due to mass production speeds and die wear. Most of these dimes enter circulation unnoticed, used in everyday transactions, vending machines, and pocket change, but some of them emerge as rare varieties due to certain striking errors, and this is precisely the case with the 2018 P dime that can be worth $1,000 or more under the right circumstances. The most compelling aspect that sets this coin apart is the range of mint errors and anomalies found in certain examples, including double dies, off-center strikes, die breaks, missing clad layers, and most notably, misaligned mint marks or even repunched mint marks. In the case of the 2018 P. Roosevelt dime, specific known error varieties include a strong die clash where parts of the reverse design, such as the torch or the olive branch, can be faintly seen mirrored on the obverse side of the coin, right behind or near President Roosevelt's neck or jawline, which should not normally be present. Such die clashes occur when the coin dies strike each other without a planchet between them, transferring part of the design onto the opposing die, and subsequently onto struck coins. Another significant error found on some 2018 P dimes is the presence of doubling in the motto, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and Roosevelt's eye or lips, known as a double die obverse, DDO, which can make a coin incredibly desirable to error collectors due to the dramatic visual differences and the scarcity of such mistakes in modern coinage. Additionally, there have been reports of partial collars on the 2018 P dimes, resulting in a coin that appears slightly off-center or with a distorted edge, sometimes called a railroad rim due to its resemblance to a railroad track. Collectors go wild for these because they are relatively easy to spot and significantly rarer than standard strikes. Beyond die-related issues, some of these dimes have been found with missing or weakly struck mint marks, which can be the result of grease-filled dies or over-polishing during the minting process, leading to coins that appear to be missing the P mint mark or show a distorted version of it, further increasing their rarity and collector demand. Even a minor deviation like this can drive prices up dramatically when authenticated and verified by grading services like PCGS or NGC, especially when combined with pristine condition or high mint state grades such as MS67 or higher. What makes this dime especially unique is the fact that error coins from recent years are often overlooked by casual collectors and even dealers, which means many of these rare and valuable 2018 P. Roosevelt dimes are still out there, waiting to be discovered in pocket change, bank rolls, or even in coin jars at home. The combination of a recent mintage date, limited awareness of the specific error varieties, and the increasing interest from both new and seasoned collectors has made these coins more valuable than ever. In addition to errors, condition plays a huge role in value. A 2018 P dime with an error that is also in uncirculated or near-perfect condition can easily fetch hundreds to over $1,000 in auctions or private sales. Coins graded MS68 or MS69 with dramatic and easily visible errors like strong die clashes, doubling, or missing clad layers are especially in demand, and their value continues to grow as more collectors seek them out. There's also the added intrigue of finding transitional errors, where a coin exhibits traits from a previous year's die or experimental planchets, which although rare, are possible in modern minting environments and could increase the value of the 2018 P dime even more. Market interest in modern era coins has been booming in recent years, thanks in part to social media, YouTube channels like this one, and coin forums that help spread the word about what to look for, how to spot key varieties, and the latest auction results where coins like this one sell for jaw-dropping prices. This visibility fuels demand and raises awareness, which can dramatically affect the perceived value of coins that were once ignored or considered common. So if you happen to come across a 2018 P Roosevelt dime, don't just toss it aside. Get a magnifying glass or coin loupe and carefully inspect it. Look closely at the lettering, the mint mark, the edges, and both sides of the coin for any abnormalities, misalignments, doubling, or signs of minting errors. Even if you're unsure, you can always submit it to a coin grading service for professional evaluation, and who knows, you might be holding onto a dime that's worth 1,000 times its face value. Remember, the beauty of coin collecting lies not only in the historical and monetary value but also in the thrill of discovery. That's why we encourage all our viewers to check their change, explore their coin jars, and pay attention to even the most ordinary-looking coins, because as this 2018 P Roosevelt dime proves, what looks common at first glance might turn out to be incredibly rare and valuable. Stay tuned for more coin stories, error coin guides, and collecting tips right here on Rare Penny Empire, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you're passionate about finding hidden treasures in everyday change. We've got plenty more discoveries coming your way. Coin collectors and treasure hunters gather to uncover the hidden value behind everyday pocket change. Today we are diving deep into one of the most intriguing and valuable finds among modern U.S. coinage, the 1997 P Roosevelt dime, a coin that many overlook due to its common appearance but which in certain rare conditions and with specific minting errors can fetch up to $2,000 or more in the collector's market, a jaw-dropping leap from its mere 10-cent face value, so stay with us as we explore the rich and fascinating story behind this coin, the reasons for its rarity, and what exactly makes certain examples of this dime so incredibly valuable. First, let's reflect on what the Roosevelt dime represents, a coin first introduced in 1946 to honor the memory of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a leader who guided America through the Great Depression and World War II, and who also founded the March of Dimes, which led to his symbolic association with the 10-cent piece. The design itself features a left-facing portrait of Roosevelt on the obverse side, with the inscriptions Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, the year of minting, 1997 in this case, and the mint mark, which in this case is a small P located just to the left of the torch on the reverse or the right side of the profile on the obverse depending on how you look at it, indicating it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. And while the 1997 P dime is a common issue with hundreds of millions of pieces struck for circulation, only a minuscule fraction of those carry the kinds of minting anomalies and striking errors that can skyrocket their value into the thousands. Now let's explore what types of errors can exist on this coin that make it such a valuable and exciting target for collectors. One of the most prized errors is the off-center strike, which occurs when the coin blank or planchet is not properly aligned within the press, resulting in part of the design being missing or shifted, with the severity of the off-center strike and the amount of visible date playing a critical role in determining value. Collectors love off-center coins especially when 50% or more of the design is missing but the date and mint mark are still clearly readable, making the coin both bizarre and identifiable. Next up are double dies, where a coin exhibits doubling of the design elements due to a misalignment between the hub and the die during the minting process, and while these can be subtle on dimes, experienced numismatists know what to look for, such as doubling in the words Liberty or In God We Trust or even the digits of the date 1997, which are rare and fascinating flaws highly sought after in the numismatic world. Another valuable error to look for is the misaligned die strike, where either the obverse or reverse die is misaligned during the strike, causing part of the design to be struck off-center on just one side while the other side appears normally aligned. Such coins, though not as dramatic as off-center strikes, can still attract premium bids from collectors, especially when the misalignment is obvious and clean. Then there are broad struck errors, occurring when the coin is struck without the collar die that normally shapes the coin's edge, resulting in a wider and flatter coin with no reading on the edges, giving the dime a distinct and unusual appearance. These broad-struck coins are generally well-centered but look very different from the standard issues, and collectors place significant value on examples that are uncirculated and well-preserved. Another exciting type of error that can drastically increase the value of a 1997p dime is the presence of a wrong planchet error, where the dime is mistakenly struck on a blank meant for another denomination, such as a penny or a foreign coin, and in these rare cases, the weight and color of the coin are significantly off. Imagine finding a silver-colored dime that weighs the same as a penny or is copper in tone. These anomalies are not only rare but incredibly valuable due to their unique nature and extreme scarcity. Then there's the infamous no mint mark or missing mint mark error, which, though rare for the 1997p dime, could theoretically occur if the mint mark punch was accidentally left out during die creation. And while most 1997 dimes from Philadelphia carry the P mint mark, a few examples with faint, missing, or repunched mint marks have surfaced, and they draw significant attention when authenticated. Now, beyond striking and mint mark errors, planchet errors also play a role in driving up the coin's value, such as clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin appears cut or sheared off due to a blanking error during planchet production. These can look like curved bites taken out of the coin and are extremely collectible, especially when the date remains intact. Additionally, coins with lamination errors, caused by impurities in the metal resulting in a flaking or peeling effect on the surface, can also be highly valued by error collectors who seek out unique visual features. The value of such error coins varies widely depending on visibility, severity, and rarity, but exceptional examples can certainly command $500 to $2000 or more in top condition and authenticated by reputable coin grading services such as PCGS or NGC. And speaking of grading, let's not forget that condition plays a massive role in value. Even without a dramatic error, a 1997p Roosevelt dime in mint state condition graded MS-67 or above can sell for significantly more than face value due to its rarity and high grades, since most coins from that year entered circulation and were subjected to wear and tear, making pristine examples scarce. So if you happen to stumble upon a 1997p dime that looks unusually crisp, perfectly struck, and free of blemishes or nicks, it's worth submitting it to a grading service to verify its condition and potentially unlock a premium collector value. The story of these valuable dimes reflects a broader truth about coin collecting. The most ordinary-looking coins can hide extraordinary surprises, and it takes a sharp eye, some knowledge, and a bit of luck to uncover these tiny treasures hiding in plain sight. Collectors should always check their change carefully and learn the visual markers of common and rare coin errors, because in the world of numismatics, knowledge equals profit, and what appears to be a regular dime could in fact be a unique error piece worth thousands. We're seeing growing demand in the coin collecting market for Roosevelt dimes from the 90s and early 2000s, especially those with recognized mint errors, and the 1997p Roosevelt dime has earned a special place among them due to verified examples of off-center strikes, double dies, planchet flaws, and condition rarities, with confirmed sales reaching up to $2,000 or more depending on the specifics of the error and overall quality of the coin. Keep in mind that authentication is crucial when dealing with error coins, as counterfeiters and altered coins exist in the market, and serious buyers will demand certification from PCGS, NGC, ANAX, or another recognized authority to verify both the error and the grade. Additionally, collectors often track the provenance of valuable error coins, meaning that if your coin has been documented or auctioned in a major sale or mentioned in error coin catalogs or databases, it may carry added interest and premium. The moral of the story is clear. Never underestimate what lies in your pocket or piggy bank, because among those everyday coins could be a 1997p Roosevelt dime with an unexpected twist in its minting story that transforms it from a common piece of change into a rare collectible worth thousands. Whether you're new to coin collecting or a seasoned enthusiast, take time to study your dimes closely under good lighting and magnification. Look for doubling in the lettering, shifts in the design, unusual thickness, irregular edges, odd color or weight, and other clues that indicate you may have an error coin. Even a minor variation can be a doorway into the world of valuable numismatic treasures, so the next time you get change from a store, keep an eye on those little silver coins. Your very own numismatic jackpot could be waiting right there in your hand in the form of a seemingly average 1997 P. Roosevelt dime, which, thanks to a fascinating combination of human error, minting imperfection, and collector demand, could be worth a small fortune. And that wraps up our deep dive into this amazing coin and its incredible hidden value. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss more content about rare coins that could be hiding right under your nose and potentially worth thousands. Thanks for watching and happy hunting. Where we uncover the hidden treasures lying quietly in your pocket change, today's video is going to blow your mind as we explore the fascinating, rare, and surprisingly valuable world of the 1967 Roosevelt dime, a coin that has stunned collectors and dealers across the world due to its incredible value, which in certain cases has skyrocketed to as much as $3,000. Despite its modest face value of just 10 cents, and in this deep dive we're not just scratching the surface, we're going all the way into the full story, the history, the minting errors, the missing mint marks, and the unbelievable market demand that has transformed what was once considered just another piece of pocket change into a coin worth thousands. So sit back and let's explore the untold story of the 1967 Roosevelt dime, starting with its origins during a pivotal era in U.S. history. Because this coin was struck during a time of significant transition within the United States Mint, as America had recently experienced one of the most critical economic decisions that impacted coinage, the Coinage Act of 1965, which effectively eliminated silver content from dimes, quarters, and half dollars due to rising silver prices and hoarding. So from 1965 onward, the Roosevelt dime, which had previously been composed of 90% silver, was now made of a copper-nickel-clad composition. And this change alone sets a fascinating stage for the coin's development, because collectors were still adjusting to the new reality of clad coinage when the 1967 Roosevelt dime entered circulation, and although it was intended to be just another year in the production run, the truth is that a series of oddities, errors, and mysterious features turned this coin into a collector's dream. What makes the 1967 Roosevelt dime particularly compelling is the lack of a mint mark, as coins struck between 1965 and 1967 omitted mint marks altogether to discourage collectors from hoarding coins based on where they were minted. And this blanket removal of mint marks has added a layer of mystery and difficulty in identifying rare varieties, yet this very decision led to the creation of several curious errors and varieties, some of which have been confirmed by grading companies like PCGS and NGC and others which remain in the gray area of numismatic legend. And when we consider why a 10-cent coin can be worth $3,000 or more, the answer lies in the world of errors, because error coins are highly sought after due to their rarity and unintentional nature, and in the case of the 1967 Roosevelt dime, a number of minting errors have been identified, including off-center strikes, double dies, broad strikes, clipped planchets, and even transitional errors, with one of the most notable being the discovery of certain dimes that exhibit characteristics similar to silver planchets, sparking rumors and debates over the possibility that some leftover silver blanks from pre-1965 minting years may have accidentally been used in the 1967 run, and although these claims are rare and unconfirmed in large numbers, even a single discovery of such a transitional error can command thousands in the open market, and this is precisely where the value of the coin begins to climb. Add to this the possibility of double die obverse or reverse errors, where the coin design appears doubled due to misalignment during the striking process, and you have the perfect storm of value potential, because these kinds of errors are eye-catching and clearly visible, which makes them extremely popular among collectors, especially when verified and graded by professional services. And let's not forget that in a year like 1967, where coin production was still stabilizing after the major changes of the mid-60s, quality control may not have been as precise as in later years, allowing more flawed coins to slip into circulation unnoticed. And for decades, these coins passed through countless hands without anyone realizing their potential, until now, when the numismatic world is finally recognizing their uniqueness and elevating their market value significantly. And imagine this, a simple coin you might find in your change jar, weighing 2.27 grams, with a diameter of 17.91 millimeters, featuring the left-facing profile of President Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse and the iconic torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse, suddenly being worth thousands simply because of a flaw in the way it was produced, and that's the magic of error coins, especially from transitional years like 1967, and now consider the collectors who specialize in Roosevelt dimes, many of whom are searching for these exact kinds of oddities to complete their specialized error collections, and if you're lucky enough to stumble upon one of these rare 1967 dimes in uncirculated condition or with a certified mint error, you're looking at a windfall that can far exceed its face value, and this isn't just a hypothetical. The market has proven that 1967 Roosevelt dimes with clear errors, high-grade conditions, or unique attributes have sold for hundreds, even thousands of dollars in auctions and private sales, and as coin grading services continue to expand their databases and confirm the legitimacy of these rare dimes, their values only continue to climb, and when we explore these dimes further, we also encounter a significant number of repunched mint mark errors, which technically shouldn't exist for 1967 coins due to the Mint's decision to exclude mint marks, but a few suspected anomalies have been spotted and debated among experts, leading to speculation that some experimental or pattern coins may have been produced or accidentally released, and while such claims require rigorous authentication, their very existence stirs interest and drives the value of the coin even higher. And then there's the issue of condition, because in numismatics, condition is king, and a 1967 Roosevelt dime that remains in pristine mint state condition with full bands on the reverse torch can fetch significantly more money than its circulated counterparts, especially when graded at MS67 or higher, and when you combine condition with an error or anomaly, the coin's value can explode exponentially, which is how we arrive at figures like $3000 or more, and these aren't just rumors or inflated stories. These are real sales documented in auction records and collector databases, and they illustrate just how powerful and profitable rare coins can be, particularly those hiding in plain sight. So if you have a jar of old change or an inherited coin collection, it's worth taking a closer look at any Roosevelt dimes from 1967, especially those that seem slightly off or unusual, because what appears to be a minor defect might just be the key to unlocking a small fortune, and that's what makes coin collecting so thrilling. The chance discovery, the moment of realization, the story behind every unique piece, and the history that each coin carries, especially in years like 1967, when economic, political, and minting transitions created the perfect storm for collectible errors, and whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a casual viewer just learning about coin values, the story of the 1967 Roosevelt dime is a powerful reminder that not all money is created equal, and sometimes the most unassuming coins are the ones worth looking at twice. So the next time you see a Roosevelt dime from 1967, remember, it might not just be worth 10 cents, it could be worth thousands, and all it takes is the right error, the right grade, and the right collector to recognize its value. So get out your magnifying glass, check those coins carefully, and who knows, you might be sitting on a hidden gem worth a small fortune. And thanks for joining us today on Rare Penny Empire, where we turn coins into cash and share the secrets behind the money in your pocket. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep watching for more incredible stories about rare coins that could change your life.